Welcome to IntyCenter for Whip Around Fideuce. We'll all be enjoying a wonderful Dortmunder Gold from Great Lakes Brewery while recapping your Whip Around Fideuce. This may have been a shortened week for work here, only a 4-day work week, but it felt like a 15-day work week. So I'll be drinking more beers tonight than Arlon has had wins the past 2 weeks. Not that takes much for the CRX Steel Tiger Cranes, but for our Whip Around Fideuce, let us start with those Steel Tiger Cranes and a 5-run 8th inning puts CRX up 8-2 on Family Madrigal. But a 2-run homer from Paul Hines jump-started a 6-run 9th to tie the game. Madrigal then get 4 in the 10th, including a leadoff homer from Hines. They take it 12-8 in 10 innings. That is the win probability chart that I posted in the thread. Holy hell. How often can you be winning by 6 in the 8th inning and end up losing the game by 4? What a meltdown. Hey, elsewhere around the league, Corbin Burns spins a beauty, a 4-hit shutout of the Demon Bags. Mickey Cochrane with a homer. Jesse Burkett drives in 3 runs. Mandalore takes the opener against San Francisco 7-0. Warren Spahn was good, but Pud Galvin was better, and this beer is even better. The Enhancers eke out a 2-1 win over Scythie. Spahn goes 6 innings. He gives up 1 run on 3 hits. Galvin, he goes 7 1/3 innings, giving up no runs on 6 hits. Each bullpen allows a run. Hack Wilson with a homer off Joe Black in the 7th. Wade Boggs with a 1-out triple in the 9th. That's where it stands. Tough luck loss for Warren Spahn and Scythie. Billy Hamilton had 5 hits. 2 of them went over the fence for homers. He scored 4 runs. He drove in 5. The Family Madrigal flat out embarrassed the Steel Tiger Cranes 18-1. Sparky Lyle goes 1 2/3 innings. He gives up 5 runs on 7 hits. And honestly, he's been so bad this season, I think that might have actually lowered his ERA on the season. Cal Ripken hits a homer with 2 outs in the 9th to pull Amazings to within 5-4 against Stone Temple Seattle Pilots. But they'd get no closer as the rally falls short and the Pilots take it. Pedro Martinez goes 7 innings, gives up 3 runs on 7 hits. Tom Seaver, not so terrific this week. He only goes 4 2/3 innings, gives up 5 runs on 11 hits. Sandy Koufax, he stepped up to make sure the Demon Bags didn't get swept by the Yodas. Koufax goes 7 1/3 innings. He blanks the Yodas on 9 hits before handing the baton to Corey Kluber and Kurt Schilling. They keep him off the board as well. A Charles Johnson 3-run homer in the 7th finally gives the Demon Bags some breathing room. They take that game 4-0. Greg Maddux, you expect this from Cherokee Fisher. Met him for a duel. Maddux goes 6 innings. He gives up 1 run on 5 hits. Fisher goes 8 1/3. He gives up 1 run on 6 hits, and we would need extra innings to decide this one. It's a sac fly from who else? Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks, puts Let's Play 2 on top, and then a 1-2-3-10 from Raleigh Fingers to get the win for the Kings of the doubleheader. Bob Gibson heard the message loud and clear to step it up, and he delivered, giving his team 6 innings of 6-hit ball with 2 runs allowed. Unfortunately for the Gales, though, Charlie Sweeney answered with 8 innings of 6-hit, 2-run baseball. And this one would need to get to the 12th before Ed Morris singled to score Turkey Stearns, and then Morris sent down the Gales in order in the bottom of the inning. That gives the game to the Big Dieselers, despite Bob Gibson having a bit of a bounce-back start. Amazing score 3 in the 8th, and they grab a 6-3 lead over the Pilots. But the only out that closer Francisco Rodriguez could record in the 9th was on a sac bunt. Stone Temple Seattle Pilots score 4 in the 9th. They stun Amazings. They win it with the walk-off coming from Honus Wagner. A 5-run third inning was just barely enough to power Family Madrigal to a win in their opener against the Barrels. After they fell behind early 5-1, Hugh Duffy, King Kelly, Paul Hines, and Scotty Riggs Stevenson each had run-scoring singles in the third. The Barrels tie it in the sixth on an RBI single from Hanley Ramirez, but Madrigal take the lead for good in the seventh as Bob Caruthers singled home Kelly. Bert Dorr and Al Orth worked stress-free eighth and ninth innings, and Madrigal hold on for the 7-6 win. A shack of their own scored 9 runs in the eighth and ninth inning in the first game as they topped Let's Play 2 17-10, the first game of a doubleheader. But they should have saved some of those runs for the second game of that doubleheader. The paying fans got their money's worth with 19 innings of baseball between those two games, and Roberto Clemente sends them home happy. He gets a leadoff, walk-off homer in the 10th to get a split on the day for the home team. Yaz homered twice, and Grasshopper Jim was, well, he was Grasshopper Jim. The Demon Bags take their opener against Siorac 6-2. Now, Whitney has an ERA plus of 2.26 on the season. His ERA plus is as much better than the second best in the league. That would be his teammate, Sandy Koufax, by the way, who's sitting at 180. Then eighth place in the league, Bob Feller is, just from being league average. It's just an incredible season so far for Whitney, and he is flying far, far under the radar. Just a great season so far, though. Vita Blue, another pitcher having a great season under the radar. He was fantastic for the Enhancers. He tossed 8 innings. He gave up 1 run on 6 hits. He struck out 7. Mike Piazza hits a homer to back him, and the Enhancers down the throws 3-1. Siorac got a pretty good start from Thornton Lee, who goes 7 innings, gives up 4 runs on 4 hits. In fact, all 4 of those runs came in the 7th inning. He cruised through the first 6, but a 3-run triple from David Wright dooms him. That's enough to send the Steel Tiger Cranes to their 12th loss in a row, an even dozen. We already know from the game of the week they're going to make it 13. They dropped this one by a score of 4-2. City of Ostenord. Yeah, fuck it, I don't know how to pronounce that shit. They won their second game in a row by the exact same scoreline, a 7-6 winner over Stone Temple Seattle Pilots. This one comes in dramatic walk-off fashion as Wade Boggs, drinking more than I am. Wade Boggs singled to score Dazzy Vance in the 9th. Maybe I should be drinking like Wade Boggs does. Get one of those hats with straws, double fisting at the same time. He's probably on third base with a beer in his glove most of the time for these games. Let's be honest. Hey, Clayton Kershaw, he was a man possessed. He tossed a 2-hit shutout. Baby Yoda's Corbin Burns nearly answered him, but there was one blemish. It was a second inning solo homer to Alex Rodriguez. But when Clayton Kershaw is that dominant, that one blemish is all it takes. It gives the bandwagoners the win by a score of 1-0. And look, MN Jedi, we at IntyCenter are truly sorry for the hex that we seem to have put on the Northern Shores Gales of November. I was really just paying them an honest compliment and thought they looked like a damn good baseball team. And I don't know what's causing this tailspin. If it was us for the hex, I'm sorry. Your team sucks. Your team is as bad as Ahsoka thinks the Yankees are. Let's go for this reverse jinx and reverse your tailspin because you deserve better than this. Andy Cooper goes 8 innings, giving up 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, 5 hits. The Gales, they go to the 9th inning up 2-1, but Cooper gives up a game-tying solo homer to the pinch-hitting Joey Votto with 2 outs. And then in the 9th, Mariano Rivera only gets 1 out before a double from Buster Posey walked it off for the Amazings, and they topped the Gales in November 3-2. Again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was not trying to jinx or hex your team. They suck as much as Ahsoka thinks the Yankees suck after Garrett Cole gives up 3 runs over 7 innings. We'll leave it at that. Hopefully that helps reverse the jinx for you. And as far as IntyCenter goes this week, we're going to end with one more walk-off. This time, it's the family Madrigal who want to make it a perfect 6-0 week. An error from Tom Gordon is going to help out Madrigal in this one. And with 2 outs, King Kelly singles to tie the game. Paul Hines is going to single to walk it off. Madrigal breaks the Barrels' hearts. They steal it 6-5. And that's going to do it for IntyCenter. We should finish off our beer first, though. And we'll catch you next time for another whip around Fidus.